fishing gear. Look at all the reels.
Yeah.
Look at all the reels he's got. Look at pictures of his reels. There's reels all over the boat. Get up there. Get away. Look at the little kid. He's cute enough. He's going to take him.
It's called the Wool Town. What? No, Middletown. Wow, he's going. Whee! Look at him go. Wow. Hey.
We're at the Duluth Harbor now. Here comes a boat in. Big boat coming through the canal. He's come in all day long. What's on there is
Beautiful.
could be anything.
That's way.
Delivering things here. This is what we call a ore boat or cargo boat. And the name of it is the Middletown. This ain't really a big freighter. This is a dredger. This is what dredges water out in the bay. This is not an ore boat. They're maybe as big as this over again. This ain't.
Let's wave to him.
Now Sharon is going to show the bridge going down at Arrowhead Bridge.
Then I'm gonna look this way.
And you can go to the other side of the bridge. It's going under the bridge now. This is a lift bridge. The biggest kind of bridge like that in the world. It's over 70 years old. It's the survival of Duluth in the old days, with boats coming in and off, like Superior. This is not an ore boat, like I stated before. It's not as big as an ore boat. This is a dredger, dredging lakes. The bell is now ringing, and now the bridge can come down with the people can cross there over to Michigan or Minnesota Avenue. Here it comes.
Daddy, can we cross that when it's down? Can we walk it?
If you want to walk across.
Can we walk it, Dolly? What do you say? I'd like to walk it with you once. Isn't that beautiful? He didn't go as far. Isn't that pretty down here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I work down here. Sometimes you go out here to lunch. Used for ships for when the fog was heavy. Hear me?
Duluth. We're looking towards two harbors and we're going along the shoreline. I'll speak when anything's important. But she's going along the shoreline.
We're right beside the lighthouse now.
I don't see nothing till we get there. This is all the shoreline of Duluth from the canal bridge, aerial bridge. She's pamming.
Toward Woodland Avenue now, aren't I?
Right. All those houses up there now. Duluth is really a 27 or so mile long, and
I think I'm at the hospital. Is that the hospital I see?
yeah, I believe.
Is that St. Mary's?
That is St. Luke's.
That big one.
That big one, red one.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I worked when I went to high school as a busboy, bringing groceries up and mopping the floors in the kitchen. Then as she goes along, she's getting to that set of buildings up there. That's West or East 4th Street area. This is where a lot of hotels are, in that area where she's going down. Then she's got St. Mary's Hospital in there, and she's got Miller's Hospital, and a lot of the downtown office buildings. And as she's going along, she's hitting a lot of homes around
Now
East End.
Almost at Central.
Almost at what?
Central High School.
You are focusing Central High School now, where that clock is. That's the high school I went to. Right above Central, where the clock is, that's where I lived. You could just about say, in back of that clock, 3 blocks up is where we lived. The houses in that area there, up there where you see the trees around there, that's where we lived at the time. Now she's downtown. All what she's pamming now is downtown Duluth. It's awful windy here on the canal. I hope you can hear me. These are all the buildings downtown Duluth.
Next to Jefferson across the street, that's...
Jefferson is not anywhere near there.
Oh, that's Washington.
That's Washington. That's where I went to junior high school, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Is that where you were crossing guard? No,
No, that was Jefferson. You cannot see it over here. It's farther to your right. Now this is all downtown Duluth, so I don't know all the buildings. A lot of them been torn down, a lot of them been put up. Now she's approaching...
the South Palace, no.
No, she's approaching... she's approaching the aerial bridge. Now we're coming out of downtown Duluth and we're going along to the aerial bridge, which comes from downtown and goes out to the point. It's a Minnesota, called Minnesota Park Point, it's actually called, and it's on Minnesota Avenue.
This is Van Vick.
Van Vick is right across where the flag is there. Right there is where Mommy worked.
And Grandma's
slaved.
Bar.
And Grandma's Bar, where Daddy went in once in a while. And some of his clan at the time. Everett was there, Woody was there, and I guess Frank Paula's brother was there a lot. Plus other places there, but that's where we're at the end of the bridge where we were at.
Now I'm looking at the bridge.
Now she's looking at aerial bridge where all the boats come in and out. At one time, many years ago, when they had iron ore, this lift bridge went up and down about every 15 minutes, but there wasn't that much traffic on there as nowadays. Then you cross the bridge.
There walks Mommy.
There goes Mommy down there. She's walking straight ahead.
Then we're going along Park Point.
Now this is Park Point, the beach area, the beautiful beach fronts. It actually rivals Santa Monica Beach, I imagine.
And Woody lives down there.
And my brother Woody lives just about where she's at right now. Around that area, but anyway, the bridge goes, the point goes all the way beyond the building, the lighthouse there. There you can hear another little boat wants to come through. It's got about a mast of maybe 20 feet, but it's always got to lift up for them even. But they pay a fee. But it irritates all the people in the cars going over to Minnesota Avenue. Sharon got a sore throat, so she can't talk. She's taking a picture
I can't
of
do
Mama
two things in one time.
throwing rocks into the ocean. The sea. The lake. Lake Superior. I'm getting all confused. I think I live out in LA now. And up above there, you see all those seagulls. All white seagulls. See all those white specks there, all seagulls.
And there's Van Vick.
And there's Van Vick behind her, where she worked. Right, that building right behind her. Now she's getting up. She might fall, but maybe not. Now she's used to rock. She lived on the seas. All her area had lift bridge. We were in when the first man went on the moon. That's the building and the spot exactly where we were standing when Armstrong landed on the moon.
They had television monitors in there, and we went inside to watch the man land on the moon along with 100 other people or so. There were a lot of people in there with the television monitors.
Because we were in Duluth at the time, and we happened to be exactly at the canal right where we're standing here at that time.
There's the aerial bridge being built. It was built in 1905. Here, workmen assembled the truss which supported the transfer car. When the bridge was rebuilt in 1929, the transfer car was replaced by a movable lift span. What is it? These are the boats that had sunk on Superior.
He's saying, back here. I think he lost the film. No, the film exists.
Those are the boats that sunk at one time or other on the Great Lakes.
You mean you need electricity?
Near Lake. It was during World War II when the Coast Guard.
14,000 local residents were employed in the industry. Are those the men that died?
That's the name of the ships that were made here, Mommy.
These are the ships that were built in Duluth that was launched here. They were called Liberty ships, I believe. Made up here at the harbor. This is Duluth was a world famous Liberty ship building.
Yep.
Camera.
That's the welding,
That's a welding stick, and that's the mask.
when his eyes were open.
And that's down below there. It's whatever you.
Over here, Daddy.
Those pizzas, that's where he got his start. Right here. Gino. Every one that you eat is of Gino's
I thought
Pizza.
this was Van Vic's.
It was Van Wyck. At one time it was called Van Wyck. And then he bought it and started raising pizza. Before, he had bean sprouts here. Bean sprouts that went into pizza. He somehow, I don't know that much about it, but anyway, it originated here, his pizza, that he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, because from Duluth here was too much cost in transportation. Because you're up in the north and he wanted to be more centrally located with transportation problems. So he went to Ohio, wherever it's at in Ohio, around Cleveland, I guess. Anyway, this is where Gino Pizzas first started by him. He was a poor man, and his father and me and Margaret, we lived in a house right here that's torn down. It was right in here. There was a house here that we lived in when we first came here before we went up to Nelson's. Grace Nelson. I guess my father was very poor. Then it was during the Depression, and we lived here first across from Central High School for maybe a couple months or thereabout. There was a railing here, I remember, that you go down the stairs, and we had an apartment there. That's where Margaret always, one of the places where she always had to be the last one to say good night. 1 quarter after.
There's still the old foundation right here.
There's probably the foundation. Yeah? That's probably the foundation of the house. Oh, from here, the tree was always there. From here to here, that's one end of the foundation. I believe, anyway, it was in this area. That wasn't the only house, there were other houses here. It is Central High School, where I attended many summers ago. This is a very old building, and it is really not used anymore. It's saved for what purpose would we call that?
Historical value.
Historical, and they will not tear it down. Right down there at the base of the flagpole. Before World War II, there was a Civil War cannon standing there facing the entrance. And of course it was full of cement. It was well famous, well known, and for the full World War II war effort, they took it to smelt it down for ammunition tanks or whatever. That's what the main entrance is Central. Now she's going up the tower, up to where the clock is. Now I lived up the street about 4 blocks, and I could hear the time all the time. I didn't need a watch. It was 15 after, half, and so forth. And any of these rooms could have been one of my rooms. It goes all the way up the hill. I believe there was close to 4,000 students that went to this high school. In the front there, on the stair, we always took yearly pictures, senior pictures. I think I had a couple of them, but they went down in Woody's house. My brother Woody, I had a chest down there, and a lot of my stuff went down with the water when it overran.
During the Great Flood.
During the Great Flood of one of the thunderstorms, and it flooded this basement, which it happens very often here. Anyway, that's where we took all our class pictures. And in fact, the class picture graduation, all pictures are always taken in front of that entrance. That's the only all the comments I can think of at the present time to make of that high school. There's a new Central High School up the hill, still called Central High School, but I don't know what it looks like. This is the only one that I'm interested in. I walked up those stairs many a time, and they're probably the same stairway. Those steps are exactly the same.
Steps going up to Central High School.
Is my nose getting ready? Look.
It's a cornerstone of Central High School. And I'm gonna walk up the steps. To the front door. Looking out from Central High School. You're looking into the stairs, going up to another floor at Central. From here is Washington Junior High School, where Daddy went to junior high.